I look at a lot of the problems that companies face, and some of you may have heard this because I'm very adamant about it. Existential problems to their business. If they can't solve this, their business may not be around. And there's more companies out there than you would suspect that's on that line. They're just trying to hold on. And I call these, we have bears in California. And so whenever I go with a hike with my family, before you get on the trail, there's like a sign that's like, there are bears here. And you start thinking, you're like, bears can kill me. I can't outrun bears. Do I really want to go on this hike? And the answer is no, maybe not. But you still go anyways because you drove so far. And I look at this as be like, if you ever run into a bear in the forest, you have this problem where it's to say, well, now what do I do? And these are the same challenges we would face individually that companies are facing right now. You're being confronted. The world is uncertain. The cost of borrowing is high. Your customers may have disappeared. What do you do? And so companies are looking at these bear problems and they're doing a very company thing. They're saying, okay, they recognize the problem. Bear is coming at us. Bear can kill us. Let's gather 100 people together in a room and try to solve the bear problem. And it's impossible because you can't outrun bears. And you see people coming, well, if we take a lot of steroids and maybe we can build a rocket ship. And the best companies I work with, repeatedly, recognize the exact same problems as large companies, but they do something different. They just start running. They're like, here's the problem. It's like, okay, well, do we know how to solve it? No, we don't. We're not faster than the bear. Okay, best thing we can do right now for any of us is to get more space between us and the bear. And what they're effectively doing is realizing that they're not trying to outrun the bear at all. They're just trying to outrun other campers. I'm saying less trying to be perfect and more try to do what you can with the tools you have available. Because there's too many companies that are trying to reason their way out of this, to say if we spend enough time, we don't want to lose any money, and what they lose is a more valuable resource, not money, they lose time. Now, I should mention that they had a nice thing, at least in the States, the United States Park Service did mention in February, because this story is like, if you are running away from a bear, do not push any of your friends over, even if the relationship has run its course. For competition, it works really well because, again, it's very relative. It's, are you outperforming the market, the expectations of your investors? And the same thing with your customers. If you're able to connect better with your customers during this time than the competition, that's enough, even if the answer isn't perfect. And this applies in a myriad of ways. I can't tell you how many companies are trying to build perfect infrastructure, and perfect cloud, and perfect data. Some are a decade in to trying to find perfect data before they do anything with it. And so they need a sanity check to say, no, you have plenty of there to connect better with your customers, your consumers, to make more money. Perfection, you will not be rewarded for it. And I can say that especially with online advertising. Online advertising is an auction. You win by having slightly better data than your peers, not by having perfect data. No, perfect isn't the answer. Perfect data isn't the answer. Here's what you can do now to transform and improve your business, and giving them the confidence as leaders that they can go through and to say, that's how you want to guide your organization. It's really easy to throw money on consultants and infrastructure and say, build all this stuff, and then hope in 3 years it all comes together. It won't. So instead, I'm giving you the license to say, iterative is okay. And I can say that not only because of what I've seen, but because of what I know other companies are doing. Everybody is waiting. That bear's chasing them and they're sitting there still trying to build the perfect plan, doing nothing. And so the bar of just being a little bit better is actually lower than a lot of companies and executives think.